has to be dynamic. It should not be static. Whenever you're static, it means that you're restricting their movement. But if they're going to begin to move, they're going to begin to potentially degrade your position. So your mount has to be also fluid and kind of more so like a wet mattress rather than like a stiff frozen mattress, because it's easier to move. Even like when I train with Andre, even though there's so much power, it's like there's so much power, his whole body is literally like rigid. So you move kind of his arm or leg, his whole body can move. But like with Travis, you move an arm, the arm's moving while the rest of the body is still applying pressure. So it's like you move a leg, the leg moves, but the rest of the body is applying pressure. And that's why you have to be like, not malleable or malleable? See?
What calls it jello?
Jello, yeah, like heavy jello blob. Okay, so if I want to mount, depending on how far I get my arms out here, maybe I'll kill this right here. This is also nice right here. Is this one right here, and then this right here. Okay, because what's nice about this right here is that you have a couple options. If you attack this arm right here, oftentimes they'll bring it over. Then you have this right here, okay? I can go back and I can unstaple it, but then I can begin to slide this right here and go for a triangle from the top here, okay? And then roll them this way and attack this arm here, or just finish triangle here. That's a nice one off of the staple, okay? But if you don't get to mount and you want, see how he didn't tuck his arm? So I'll catch it up like this, okay? And I still have him somewhat in a mother's milk. It's just harder to finish here because his arm's in there. But man, his arm is totally screwed. So you can just now cup the tricep here, okay? As I begin to now set up my head arm choke, okay? So for the head arm, okay, and I don't like to do these because it just kind of like, I feel that there's fancier kind of things you can do, but for real basic stuff right here, I want to get the gable grip and I'll roll the palm, thumb up right here. So what I'm going to do now is keeping my temple together. I know he's answering the phone, which is fine. Yeah, right here. Okay, and I'm going to hop up, slide my knee across, and keep my forehead to his right here. And you can drive and squeeze here, okay? Or you can begin to walk it away. And you want to kind of walk your feet away and drive into it. There's different ways of finishing it. But as you mount and this arm comes up, if he's not properly saving it, you cup that tricep here, okay? If he's answering the phone, anticipating the head arm, answer the phone right here. You're gonna drop your head here. You're gonna grab his fingers here, and you're just gonna pull it like a key lock right here. If he saves it, he'll pull it across his head. What I'm trying to do is constantly with the ratchet, tighten it, tighten it, drive it. But the reference is I want to stay left temple to left temple. Otherwise, I can't apply enough pressure. I'm constantly applying pressure and pushing him into the arm while this is pulling. You can also do the, what do you call that, figure four kind of rear naked grip here. So if they don't protect their arm or you don't let it out, because depends on how you walk it. And let me show you the secret to this right here also. As he's trying to give me counter pressure, in order for me to have a lot of power, okay, my hips, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk this at an arc and my head goes across the center line of his, or towards the center line of his head. And I readjust, and again, center line as I cup that tricep as you get here. And now you're in a very good position here, your feet are working. The thing that's a threat is his right arm, because he can push the knee into a half guard, but you're able to control it. Because his right arm can push my knee down, but the problem is that he's got to get his leg flat. So that's why if he gets his leg flat here, that's a problem. So you have to be able to also dismount and get back to side control, so you're not stuck. Otherwise, he immediately gets an advantage because he's got the underhook. So he pushes my left leg down into half guard, he's got a right underhook. So we're here, and he starts pushing that knee. Okay. Right there, I'm on my position is already being lost. So all he's got to do, pinch and turn to the side. There he goes. Now he's already immediately getting an advantage. Okay. So I have to recognize this and not wait until he exploits it. So I either control that leg and don't let it go flat, or I have to dismount. So as we're going here, and if he's already got it flat, I already know that I'm gonna go here. Okay, so I'm not gonna let him do that here. But here he can bring his arm down. Then you can go the high mount, get to here. Here. Just up, center. Okay. He's giving me counter pressure at the elbow. This elbow's up, right about here, and your arc and your head moves here. I reset, and then so that my left arm can grab that tricep, and now I can be here. Because now I can just go 1, 2, 3. I can get the gable grip. I can also get here. He's answering the phone. Dip my head. Yeah, I felt him. I think he tried to grab his knee. But that's so. The lesson here more so is that leg and making sure his feet aren't flat, because now I know that I have a mount that I can work with. Okay, his elbows are tucked. It's one thing. His elbows are tucked. Sleeve fist. Mother's milk. Right here. When you push the head, don't push the temple. Push the nose, face, jaw. Okay, and you're here. You finish. Okay. Oh, also, yeah, the arm bar. Look. We went here, let's say I got this here, and I brought it across here. But he starts turning to the side, and I turn to the side right here. I have his arm here. I slid here. So right here, you see, can you breathe, Aaron?
Something in my mouth. No.
Okay. So you can, depending on how thick your thighs are, you know what I mean? Andrew, what's up? Here. Look. So I know I have this right here, and then this face here, you can just cover that. Okay. You can do that, or you can just push right here. Take that arm.
Professor, your hand is inside that thigh, or is it where's it out?
My hand, well, in all reality, what I want to do is I want to put pressure to push his jaw that way while I'm on my calf. But as long as I know I can see his mouth doing this right here, so I'm just going to cover it right here. And theoretically should cover the air hole. Yeah. So it just no matter how you force him to let go. But here, I always grab here so that it creates an extra arm. And I'm always doing this, never this. Because now, see how his head can rotate? Because what I really want to do is I want to limit the rotation of his head. Because if he can't turn his head, he can't turn his hips. Okay, so here, I have a very strong control. I can see his mouth is right there. Just take that fabric, just cover that hole right there. And then he'll have to use his arm to save his face, eventually. And then you trade him air for arm. Same A. So, if you see that hole when you're taking